Hi, this is Reverend Joanna Bartlett, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about grief. I know, such a fun subject, and it's one that pretty much nobody wants to talk about, and that's why I'm talking about it, because it is important. There are a couple of reasons, I think a couple major reasons that I found that people don't want to talk, why that people don't want to talk about grief. One is that talking about grief essentially pokes at our own unhealed wounds when we kind of go into talking about grief. If we have a friend who is grieving, and it brings up the stuff within us that's still not healed, that's incomplete, that just feels bad, and then we end up feeling bad, and so we don't want to talk about it because we don't want to feel bad, we want to feel good. The other reason is that we don't know how. We don't know how to talk about grief in a way that is helpful and healing, and most of us don't want to hurt other people, especially when they are already in a place of feeling really bad, when they're grieving, when they are dealing with loss in their life. And so we don't want to say the wrong thing. I mean, even I find like when somebody posts on Facebook that their mother-in-law died, or if their pet died, it's like, oh, I feel for you, right? Because again, their experience of grief is bringing up my own past experience of grief, maybe current ones that are still unresolved within me. And so I feel for you. And so I want to say something that's helpful, and I have no idea what that is, because we are not taught in this society what is actually helpful to say to people. We are taught all kinds of really unhelpful things to tell people, but not helpful things. Usually we end up intellectualizing, or, we say things which I call the myths of grief, according to the Grief Recovery Handbook, such as be strong for others, don't feel bad, give it time, because, time heals all wounds, right? And things like that, right? Grieve alone, stay busy. Those are often the things that we end up kind of telling people, and they are completely unhelpful things. And so we get uncomfortable about talking about grief because we don't know what to say. We don't know what's going to be helpful to the other person, and we don't want to make things worse. So this is the first in a series of 7 videos about grief and the myths that we are taught about grief. And if you are interested in learning more, please subscribe, and you'll learn more about grief. And in doing so, you'll learn how to talk about it and how to make it an easier experience for you and everybody else around you. So I hope to see you in the next video.